To talk about.
I'm not disagreeing. I'm just telling you where they came from.
I forgot this one. Wow. So glad to see you here. Shabbat Shalom, everyone, and welcome. And wow, it's so nice. It's we're celebrating. It's a beautiful day outside. I know that there's some weather that's heading our direction this weekend, but doesn't take anything away from today, and a particularly special Shabbat because we're also celebrating Cantor Snyder and his connecting with us here at Temple Beth Shalom, and we'll be doing so with a special oneg after our service. But until then, we just get to bask in the joy and warmth of Shabbat, the people who are here with us, the connections that we have the capacity to make, the relationships that we have the capacity to cultivate. So, Shabbat Shalom and welcome to you all. And I'm aware that here in the sanctuary are some fresh new faces along with some grizzled veteran faces here. People I haven't seen in a little while, so welcome back. And especially we are delighted to welcome here to the sanctuary, Kendall Claff, and that's because she's going to be a bat mitzvah here tomorrow, the first one of the season. It's been a while since we've done a bat mitzvah. Actually, listen to this. I'm just going to tell you something, just some fun info, right? So, do you know that your bat mitzvah is the first one in my career at Temple Beth Shalom for the Torah portion called the Et Hanan. In other words, this Torah portion is usually right in the heart of the summer when we're not doing bar bat mitzvahs. And the calendar is such that the Torah portions move, and so it's not like it's always going to be on the same date. But however, what I can tell you with certainty is we have never done the Torah portion of Et Hanan, and the reason why I know this is because I have folders for each of the Torah portions for the bar, and I'm like, wait, I don't have one for this Torah portion. I got to start fresh. Anyway, so first bat mitzvah or bar mitzvah of the season, and first time ever for Et Hanan. Boy, I hope I know the words. So glad to have you here, and in fact, let's use this as an opportunity to welcome Kendall and her parents here for the honor of lighting the Shabbat candles and leading us in Kiddush. And you can find this on page, you guys can come up, you can find this on page 120 in your prayer book, in your Siddur. So first you'll come stand here. Come over to my side. All right, so here we're going to read, hold this bar. You're going to read from there to here, and I'm going to put a microphone in front of you in 1 second. Give me 1.5 seconds. Go ahead, as these Shabbat candles.
As these Shabbat candles give light to all who behold them, so may we by our lives give light to all who behold us. As their brightness reminds us of the generations of Israel who have kindled light, so may we in our own day be among those who kindle light.
Nice. So now you can light the candles and the matches out. Remember, you told me you're a pro. That's right. Nice, you got it. Go the farther one first.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kirishanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lehadlik ner shel Shabbat.
And now page 123, if you please. Here, hold this. So we're going to do the first line together, and then I'll finish the rest of it. Actually, I'll hold the book, you hold the wine. Ready? Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei peri hagafen. Don't drink. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kidshanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzavanu v'shabbat kodsho b'ava uvratzon hinchilanu zikaron lema'aseh v'reishit ki hu yom techila למקראי קודש, זכר לציית מצרים. כי באנו בחרת אותנו, קידשת מכל העמים, ושבת קודשך אהבה ורצון הלכתנו Baruch atah Adonai Mekadesh HaShabbat. Take a sip. I'll see you in an hour or so. All right, so our service continues with a little bit of Kabbalat Shabbat, and we continue with that one. I had it down for Adonai Oz.
That's my bad. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
There,
There we go. All right, so just see, I've stared at the iPad. I'm like, that's not adding up to what I'm about to say. Now we're good. Adonai Oz, you can find it on page 137.
Adonai Oz le'amo yiten Adonai yivarech et amo Adonai Oz le'amo yiten Adonai yivarech et amo Adonai yivarech et amo
I've said this before, but I'll say it again. The service is divided into sections. The first section is what's called Kabbalat Shabbat, kind of the receiving the Sabbath and leading up to it. The second is called the Shema and its blessings, which starts with the Baruch Hu. The third is the Amidah, or the Tefillah section, and the fourth is the concluding blessings. And so we bring Kabbalat Shabbat to a close with the singing of Lecha Dodi. It can be found on page 138, and along with 139. And if you, as our custom is, we're going to do the first, the second, the fifth, and the ninth verse. So 1, 2, 5, and 9. And when we reach the last verse, I'll invite you to stand and face the entrance to the sanctuary. But until then, keep seated. And and by the way, I'm going to do you a favor, because I know this is always on your mind. When do you do the flip back? Right? Do you stay facing back? So after we do the verse and then we return back to the chorus on the ninth verse, you can flip back around and face forward. You don't, because everyone's always looking around and wondering, like, you turn back, I didn't turn back, you turned back. So, and I'm facing this way already, so you get nothing out of me. So after we do the verse, before we get back to the chorus, then you can turn back around. First, second, fifth, and ninth verse, this is Lecha Dodi.
Likrat Kala B'nei Shabbat Kekabela Shamor v'Zachor Midibor Echad Ishmianu El HaMeyuchad Adonai Echad U'Shemo Echad M'Shemo Tiferet Ve'Tehila Olech Adoni Likrat Kala B'nei Shabbat Nekabela Olech Adoni Likrat Kala B'nei Shabbat Nekabela.
Verse 2.
Likrat Shabbat Lechu v'necha Ki b'kor ha'beracha Merosh mikedem Metzufah Sof Maaseh B'machshava tehila Olech Adoni Likrat Kala B'nei Shabbat Nekabela Olech Adoni Likrat Kala B'nei Shabbat Nekabela.
Verse 5.
Hitoreni Hivaorech Umiori Uri Shir Daveri Yevod Adonai Alayit Nila Olech Adoni Likrat Kala B'nei Shabbat Nekabela Olech Adoni Likrat Kala B'nei Shabbat Nekabela.
Verse 9, please rise. Beatrice.
Boi v'shalom Ateret bala Gam b'sinta U'v'tzola Tov emunei Am tzedula Boi tala Olech Adoni Likrat Kala B'nei Shabbat Nekabela Olech Adoni Likrat Kala B'nei Shabbat Nekabela.
Fun. Please remain standing. We are on page 146, our call to worship the Baruch Hu, and we brought on a guest musician to join us here on the Bima, and that he, of course, is Noah Simon, to lead us in, or to join with Cantor Snyder in leading us in at least the next rubric or section of our Shabbat service. 146. Page 148. I'm going to read I'll read alone just the first couple sentences of the English on 148, and then we're going to move into a musical element for that. Blessed are you, Adonai, our God, ruler of the universe, who speaks the evening into being, skillfully opens the gates, thoughtfully alters the time, and changes the seasons, and arranges the stars in their heavenly courses according to plan.
Roll into dark, roll into light. Night becomes day, day turns to night. Roll into dark, roll into light. Night becomes day, day turns to night. Boreo Panaila, Golem Ornit Nefoshem, Golem Ornit Nefoshem, Nefoshem Nit day, day turns to night.
152. This is Shema, and a new version of Shema.
Adonai, Adonai Echad. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai, Adonai Echad. Yai lai lai, yai la lai la 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 lai, yai lai 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 lai, yai la lai la 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 lai lai. Baruch Shem, Baruch Shem Kevod, Shem Kevod Malchuto Leolam, Leolam Vaed. Baruch Shem Kevod, Shem Kevod Malchuto Leolam, Leolam Vaed. Yai lai lai, yai la lai la 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 lai, yai lai. la 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 la.
Please be seated. 154. V'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha b'chol levavcha u'b'chol nafshecha u'b'chol me'otecha v'hayu hadvarim ha'ele asher anochi mitzavecha hayom al levavecha
ושיננתם לבניך
ודיברת בהם בשבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך ובשוכבך ובקומך וקשרתם לאות על ידיך והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם אני אדוני אלוהיכם אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים להיות לכם אלוהים אני אדוני אלוהיכם אדוני אלוהיכם אמת. 158, our song at the sea called Micham Mocha.
Micham Mocha Ba'elim Adonai Adonai Imlo Leolam Vaed Venemar Kifada Adonai et Yaakov Ugealo מיד חזק ממנו ברוך אתה אדוני גאל ישראל.
So many different religions, faiths, peoples, they have a prayer that you say when you're going to sleep at night. One that just kind of protects you, keeps you safe, so that you can wake up the next morning refreshed and rejuvenated. Ours is called Hashki Venu, page 160.
Hashki Venu Adonai Eloheinu leshalom Vehamidenu shomreinu lechaim Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu leshalom Vehamidenu shomreinu lechaim. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu Hashivenu Adonai Eloheinu leshalom V'hashivenu Adonai Eloheinu leshalom V'hashivenu Adonai Eloheinu leshalom V'hashivenu Adonai Eloheinu leshalom V'hashivenu Shomreinu L'chaim.
You guys are all just witnesses and to the fun that we're having up here together. You're all, if you want to join us, you can, but we're going to have some fun regardless. Our service continues with the tefillah. So we've entered section 3 of our service. The tefillah begins on page 164 with the singing of Adonai Sifatai Tiftach, and then goes directly into the tefillah, which is on 166, 168, and also 170. I'll try my best to tell you which page numbers, but it happens kind of quickly. 164, please rise, Adonai Sifatai Tiftach.
Adonai sifatai tiftachu fi agid tehilatecha. Adonai, open up my lips that my mouth may declare your praise. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu Elohei Avotenu Limotenu Elohei Abraham Elohei Yitzchak Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Leah, Elohei Rachel, Ha'el Hagadol, Hagibor v'Hanorah, El Elyon, Gomel Chasadim Tovim, V'konei Hakol, V'zocher Chasdei Ahavot V'imahot, ומביאו לבני בניהם, למען שמו באהבה. מלך עוזר ומושיע ומגן, ברוך אתה אדוני, מגן אברהם ועזרת שרה. אתה גיבור לעולם אדוני, מחיה הכל עטרה והושיע, מוריד הטל, מכלכל חיים בחסד, מחיה הכל ברחמים רבים. סומך נופלים ורופא חולים, ומתיר אסורים, ומקיים אמונתו לשני עפר. מי כמוך בעל גבורות ומיתו מלך, מלך ממית ומחיה ומצמיח ישועה, ונאמן אתה להחיות הכל. ברוך אתה אדוני מחיי הכל.
170.
אתה קדוש ושמך קדוש, וקדושים בכל יום יהללוך סלע. ברוך אתה אדוני האל הקדוש.
Please be seated. We're on page 175. Feel free to join me, by the way. You are with us in our prayer, our love, and our doubt, in our longing to feel your presence and do your will. You are the still clear voice within us. Therefore, O God, when doubt troubles us, when anxiety makes us tremble, when pain clouds the mind, we look inward for the answer to our prayers. There may we find you, and there find courage, insight, and endurance. And let our worship bring us closer to one another, that all Israel and all who seek you may find new strength for your service. Baruch atah Adonai, she'odcha levadcha b'yirah na'avod. So we're on page 178, and mostly on page 178. When I say mostly, the reason why is because the Hebrew that we're going to be singing is found on 178. However, the English lines or not on the page, but we've sung it now enough times here at the synagogue that hopefully you're starting to get used to it. This is Shalom Rav on 178, kind of.
Make of us a house for all people. Gather us in hope for all people. Surround us in peace for all people, in wholeness and in love. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Ki atamu melech gadol lechol hashalom. Ki atamu melech gadol lechol hashalom. Lechol hashalom. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. V'tov beinecha levarech et amcha Yisrael. Bechol עת ובכל שעה לשלומך, לשלומך. Make of us a house for all people. Gather us in hope for all people. Surround us in peace for all people, in wholeness and in love.
So you're welcome to put your prayer books down for a moment, because we are entering the part of our service which is a little bit more, how do I put it, spontaneous, or a little bit more connecting, communal, whatever the word is. For those of you who haven't been here in a while or who have never been here before. So what we do is we just share joys, and then afterwards we share elements of struggle as well. But this is how you build community, right? It's like if we're all a bunch of ships passing, in the sea, then we don't really, maybe we're here together, but we don't really interact or know about each other, then how do you expect to build a sense of community? And that's what our goal is. And so, as a way of building community, we share a little bit of what's going on in our lives, and now's the time. Ouch. There he goes. Anyway, so pay no attention to the man behind the scroll wall. So if you've experienced joy recently and you would like to share it, we would love to hear it. Just raise your hand and I will call on you and we can hear you. And from time to time, we're going to sing a little bit. The words are Ken Yehi. That's it. Ken Yehi. And it means like, may it be or let it be. Go ahead, you're first.
I just came back from Vermont, where it was my grandfather's home restored. But we had all of the cousins. My father was one of the 8. So we had his descendants come to our home in Vermont that they all had a connection to, and some of them hadn't seen each other in 30 years. And so it was really having this family together, which was really cool.
This was at your grandfather's house?
My grandfather's he had a lumber yard up in Vermont.
Wow.
And so he was there, it was the first year to be there. And my father told all sorts of stories about that. But but these were his brothers and sisters' children
Wow.
and grandchildren who came and just met each other, never really related.
Beautiful. A real family reunion.
Yeah.
Like-
Unfortunately, the hurricane prevented some people from coming, but
Right.
otherwise, we had a big group. And I also had the genealogy that we were related to her Babies, so it's really kind of
That's an oh, by the way. That's fantastic, the opportunity to connect with family and the deepest traces of the family tree. It's really, really exciting. Thank you for sharing that. More joy? Yeah, go ahead.
I am very, very proud of my youngest grandchild being bat mitzvah tomorrow. It just fills my heart with such incredible, incredible joy. And she's worked so hard, and she's such a beautiful person inside and out, and I'm just so very proud of her.
Nicely said. The joy of bat mitzvah coming up and the joy of a big family reunion. Join me. Can you hear? Can you hear? Can you hear? Can you hear? Yeah, and then Fran, I see you. They got.
Well, tomorrow I have a birthday.
Oh, tomorrow's your birthday?
Tomorrow is my birthday.
Wow.
I am officially old.
That's right. That adds up. Are you on the FM dial yet?
Not quite.
That's how I determine if you hit 88, you're old.
While to go.
No, 87 is FM dial too. I don't think. Right. So when you hit the FM dial, you can tell us.
God willing.
Happy birthday. Happy birthday, Fran.
I spent a day with my grandson today, just doing ordinary dental appointment errands, and he starts first grade on Monday.
Wow.
But I also will be celebrating birthday soon, and I want to thank you so much for that nice letter.
It's like I know when you reach milestone birthdays. Happy birthday, and I'm so glad that you had a nice opportunity to spend the day with your grandson. Can you hear? Can you hear? Can you hear? Can you hear? More joy, yes, Sharon.
My daughter Alyssa didn't make it to school today. It was the first day of school for the teachers around here. Instead, today was the birthday of Sasha Faye. She arrived at 7:01 this morning. And
What time was she supposed to be at school?
she texted her principal around 6 o'clock.
Not gonna make
And
it.
her principal this week had said, no babies are to be born here.
Mazel tov. Because we don't say mazel tov. You wait until since you have all this mazel tov you've been wanting to get out, but we've been holding back. Congratulations. You're a bubby.
The second time she's got a big brother.
Mazel tov. Yeah.
Last week, Don and I went to Niagara Falls and we saw the U.S. side and Canadian side. It was awesome. And the best news of all is when we got home, Debbie came within a foot of our house. We did not get flooded. Yay!
Wow. Big relief there. So, we'll take another one. Yeah, but Stacy, go ahead.
We have a new niece. My brother and sister-in-law had a baby on Tuesday. Sky Indigo Harris, and her memory Indigo is in memory of our study.
Yeah, it's awesome. I was about to say something about Indigo and say that's quite a name, and then, but now that I heard it's Mazel Tov. So new babies, nieces, grandkids. I mean, we've got so much joy here to celebrate. So join me again. Can you hear? Can you hear? Can you hear? Oh, really?
The Olympics were second.
Yeah?
Congratulations to Paris and all the athletes. It's a remarkable event, and it was wonderful.
Wow.
Joyous.
It brought you that much joy to watch the Olympics? Like what part? Just like how they put it on, or the athletes themselves, the whole
The
thing?
athletic achievement is one thing, but another thing that was just phenomenal was at the end of events, at the end of races, winners and losers hugged, congratulated each other, and there was one magnificent moment in the women's gymnastics when the woman from Brazil, who kept getting silver after silver after silver, finally won individual gold. And the two Americans,
Sasha Biles, Simone Biles, Sasha Biles, Simone Biles. I call her Sasha. My nickname for her.
bowed to her
Wow.
on the Olympics.
Sweet.
It was a remarkable coming together of athletes from all over the world in a magnificent display.
Fantastic.
Anytime any of you want to bow to me, feel that good?
You know, which
Get
is,
yourself a gold medal.
that's right. Actually, you get a silver medal, I'll bow for that one too. That's really great. More joy? Yeah, Steve.
Jumping on Barbara's theme, I was in Vermont last week too for a family reunion. We've done every August for about 4 years. So
Wow.
2 sisters, a brother-in-law, my son and his 3 kids, my niece and her 3 kids, and my older sister.
Wow. It's quite a reunion.
Wonderful.
Well, fantastic. Thank you for sharing that. Yes.
So we had a lovely visit from one of our grandchildren, Hayden. He lives in Chicago right now, and he came up to DC to visit with some family, and managed to get out to Crofton to see us and with his girlfriend, and lovely day.
Oh, that's so sweet. I'm getting the theme that there's a bunch of grandkids involved in the synagogue. We used to be such a young congregation. Remember those days? When I first got here, we were a very young congregation. It was like, our religious school was enormous. We had very few empty nesters. Now that's changed. Now we're all a bunch of grandparents here in this congregation. Well, Mazel Tov. I'm so glad that you had this great experience. More joy? Yeah, Rachel.
I just came back from visiting my niece in San Francisco.
Oh,
She's now 6 months, and I saw her 6 weeks. So I'm going to spend a long weekend out in San Francisco,
very nice.
Friday through Tuesday, and
Beautiful.
last week time.
And your grandkids are? Not yet. Not yet. Join me. Can you hear? Can you hear? Can you hear? Can you hear? Got a little more time, a little more joy. Anybody else want to share? Yeah, go ahead.
We are brand new members. This is our first service tonight.
Yep.
My beautiful wife, Elaine, my son, Joshua, who is also a classmate of Kendall's, and we're very honored to be able to spend time with the congregation of family to celebrate her bat mitzvah.
Welcome. So glad to see you here. More joy? Noah?
I had the joy, along with my brother and my father. We spent time last weekend with my grandmother, who's 97, turning 98.
Whoa, does she have any grandkids?
It was a lovely time. It was a nice day outside. We spent time on the patio, and it was very nice.
Seems that way. Seems that way. More joy? All right. Yeah.
Keeping on the theme, I've been a runner for a long time, and my mother-in-law's grandson came with me for the first time, and I was actually able to keep up with it.
So I'm glad you're speaking about your mother-in-law's grandson. That sounds Mazel Tov. I'll tell you a little joy. We moved our daughter Stella into Gabe's joy. Mary and Gabe, yeah.
Lindsay and I set our wedding date.
Ah!
And
June 14th?
Yeah.
Flag Day.
Flag Day. Yes.
Flag Day. And you know who else? You know whose birthday June 14th is? Former President of the United States. And current candidate for President of the United States. Now you can figure that out. June 14th. Just saying. Flag Day. And now, and my daughter Stella's birthday also, that's why I know all this stuff. So that just, freshened it up. And yes, we moved our daughter into Brandeis to an apartment this past weekend, so a lot of joy in our family. So Baruch atah Adonai gomel chasadim tovim, we praise you Adonai our God for partnering with us in the many joys that are in our lives. Along with the joy, of course, is a recognition of struggle, pain, difficulty. Loved ones of ours are either struggling physically, which I think we know can be difficult, and if you're battling a cold, I think you're getting over that pretty soon. If you are suffering through back pain and it's chronic, I think that one can be a little bit more debilitating. I'll say I know also that when people are suffering emotionally, that perhaps can be even the worst of them all. Loved ones of ours, and maybe you yourself, are struggling with pain, and so we have a blessing that we say. It's called Misha Berach, and I will share with you the first part of the blessing, and then halfway through I will pause and give you a chance to add a name of someone you wish for healing. You can say your own name, or you can say someone else's name. You can say a name in Hebrew, or you can say a name in English. And then afterwards we'll finish the blessing and then sing. So the blessing goes like this: Misha Berach Avotenu Avraham Yitzchak v'Yaakov v'Imotenu Sarah Rivka Leah v'Rachel. That means, may the one who blessed our ancestors, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, Sarah, Rebecca, Leah, and Rachel, hu yivarech v'yirapet kol hacholim shalanu. May God bless and heal all of our loved ones who are in need of healing, especially the ones whom we name at this time. And so we're a relatively larger number today, so I'm just going to look around the room, and when I meets your vicinity, feel free to share the name of someone in need of healing if you wish. Certainly you don't have to. Thanks. Thanks.
John Martin. Alexis Bastrop.
Allison Herman and Cindy Fox. Vishlach lehem bimhera refuah shalema. May God send them speedily a complete recovery. Refuat hanefesh, refuat haguf. Healing of body and healing of spirit. B'toch sha'ar cholei Yisrael, amongst all who are in need of healing. V'nomar amen. And let us say amen. So page 371, if you wish to follow along with the words of Misha Berach.
Misha Berach Avotenu Mikor HaBeracha Neimotenu, may the source of strength, who blessed the ones before us, help us find the courage make our lives a blessing, and let us say, Amen. Mi sheberach imotenu mikor haberachah lavotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say, Amen.
We pause now for a moment of silence.
Nachamu, Nachamu, Ami Omar Elohechem. Nachamu, Nachamu, Ami Omar Elohechem. Nachamu, Ami Omar Elohechem, Nachamu, Nachamu, Ami Omar Elohechem. Comfort us in our wilderness. Comfort us as we struggle to take care of one another. Comfort us in our wilderness. Comfort us as we struggle with this world. Nachamu, Nachamu, Ami Omar Elohechem. Nachamu, Nachamu, Ami Omar Elohechem. Comfort us in our wilderness. Comfort us as we struggle to take care of one another. Comfort us in our wilderness. Comfort us as we struggle with this world. Nachamu, Nachamu, Ami Omar Elohechem. Nachamu, Nachamu, Ami Omar Elohechem.
There is a story told about FDR, Franklin Delano Roosevelt, in which he would get a little cynical about whenever there would be like an event at the White House and there would be like a receiving line to greet him. He would get somewhat cynical about it and was insistent that no one was actually paying attention. People just wanted to come, say what they wanted to say, and then, move on. So Roosevelt, at least the story goes that Roosevelt decided to put this to the test, and he decided that he was going to say, now, by the way, before I tell you what he said, I do want you to know that I would never do such a thing. And it is kind of a remarkable thing now that I think about it, especially relative to what we were talking about earlier when we were talking about the joys. But anyway, Roosevelt decided to say, joking to the people in the receiving line, that he had just killed his grandmother this morning. Okay, this is the Roosevelt. So people are walking by and he's proceeding to tell, I just killed my grandmother this morning. And what do you know? Sure enough, person after person, oh, that's great. Oh, wow, so nice to meet you. Wow, that's such an honor. Oh, I want to tell you whatever. And not listening. Until, according to the story, the ambassador to Bolivia, Roosevelt said to the ambassador of Bolivia, I just killed my grandmother this morning. And the ambassador, from what I understand, turns to Roosevelt and says, I'm sure she deserved it. Which, now, who knows if this is a true story, but it's good. And, listening is a lost art in our world, right? It's like everyone is glued to their screens, to their devices, and conversations sometimes happen without really even paying attention to what had been said prior, right? I mean, how many times, unfortunately, and I can identify with this too, how many times did I hear half of what someone said because my brain was kind of thinking about something else? Whether it's my phone or just because I was just thinking about something else. And it's I think that you would probably all agree that it's kind of becoming a problem, right? It's like it was cute for a little while, but now we're realizing that relationships and conversations and listening to one another and caring about what the other person said, is starting to get lost. In fact, it's so funny, I was just listening to, now I'm really going down a rabbit hole. So, how many people start, catch something on YouTube, and then the next thing you know, you're just watching. So I'm watching this video with a comedian named Frank Caliendo, who does impersonations, and he was talking about how he's trying to learn acting. And he said that one of the great lessons that he learned about acting is that instead of, when you are on camera, thinking about what your next line is, think more about what the person is saying to you. And he said that one of the things and problems that he had encountered in his kind of steps towards becoming an actor too was that he was so focused on thinking about his next line, because he didn't want to mess it up, that he wasn't really paying attention to the person who was acting with him. And as a result, I'm now realizing it's just kind of a similar concept, which is when you're so busy thinking about what you're going to say that you cease to listen to what the other person says. It's a problem. And our phones and our devices have made it so much worse. It was already a problem before our devices, now it's even worse. Judaism places a very high premium on listening. It really does. Whether it was Elijah, going to the middle of the desert so he could hear the still small voice. Or Solomon, King Solomon, who was granted by God really any gift that he wanted. And you know what Solomon asked for? It's beautiful. The Hebrew is v'natati le'ovdecha lev shomea. And a lev, natati le'ovdecha means, may you please grant to your humble servant a lev shomea, which means a heart that hears. Yeah, it's beautiful. That's what Solomon asked for. And this week's Torah portion, Ve'et Hanan, Kendall knows it well, but you also know it, right? It's got famous elements to it. It's got the second recitation of the Ten Commandments, right? So, and slightly different, but pretty much the same, but slightly different. For example, one of the differences is that whereas in the Exodus version of the Ten Commandments, it says, you shall keep Shamor at Yom HaShabbat. And here, it's in this Torah portion, Zachor, you should remember the Sabbath day. That's, by the way, why we have two candles, one for Shamor and one for Zachor. Who knew? I did. It's like little stuff that you really don't need to remember. It's like if you have like a limited amount of space, let that one go, right? But also in this week's Torah portion is the famous expression which you all know by heart, at least I think, or many of you do. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. Right? Hear, O Israel, the Lord is our God, the Lord is one. Famous. When I was growing up, and by the way, my parents are watching, and so I can tell you, it's probably going to get a little smile from my dad as he's listening to this. When I was growing up, it was referred to as the watchword of our faith. I'll bet you a handful of people in here have also heard it used, that expression, the watchword of our faith. Never used the word watchword in any other context other than for the Shema. So I'm waiting to find the next time I hear the expression watchword. But whatever watchword means, whatever it means, it's something important. It's probably like the most important thing we have in the service. It's, it's the essence of our people. It's the essence of our community and our people. And it's not just the Reform rabbis of the previous generation who called it the watchword of our faith, but our tradition has also embraced the Shema as being so central. Of course, even though we know it as central, is it the most important part of the service? Well, that's a good question. I certainly think it is, or amongst the most important pieces. It's not like, we skip things in our service all the time. We've skipped Micha Mocha before. We've skipped various different things. I don't think in my life I've ever skipped the Shema. Ever. Maybe it is the watchword, but then at least traditionally, it's the tefillah, which is the central part of the service because it replaced the sacrifice. But they don't talk about the tefillah in our tradition quite in the same way that they talk about the Shema. We don't have special ways of functioning. Like, for example, you might see some people, they cover their eyes when they say the Shema. Or you might see people who put 3 fingers on one on their eyes and their forehead because you're making a shin, in the word Shaddai, and you cover your eyes like that. We don't have traditions about the tefillah which say things like, okay, so the first line, Shema, you sing loudly and strongly, but the second line, Baruch Shem Kavod, you do in a quieter voice. Just the Shema. We don't have stories about the Shema, about the tefillah like we do the Shema. One story which is powerful story, it's about Rabbi Akiva. You've probably heard of Akiva before. So Rabbi Akiva was one of the great sages of our people. And at a time when the Romans had prohibited Torah study, Akiva said, I have to continue to teach Torah no matter who is prohibiting it. Because without Torah, we're like a fish out of water. And so he continued to teach the Torah, did Akiva. And he was thrown in jail and sentenced to death. And as they were peeling his skin off of him, I know I started off with killing a grandmother, and now I'm peeling skin. I mean, it's like I've really brought us to a terrible, terrible place this evening. But as they're peeling the skin off of him, he realizes it's time to say the Shema. And what does he do? With every ounce of intent and love, he utters the words of Shema. And his students come up to him and say, Rabbi, you are in absolute pain. What a horrible moment. And now you're decided now's the right time to say the Shema? And he said, it wasn't until now that I knew what it meant to love the Lord your God with all your heart, with all your soul, and with all your being. Wow. Or another legend. This one I love too. It has to do with Jacob. You know Jacob, son of Isaac, father of Joseph and all his other sons. And as Jacob is in Egypt and he's about to die, he gathers all of his children around him. And they say, all together, all of his sons, they say, Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. And you might say, oh, that's really nice. But when you think about it, do you know what Jacob's other name is? Israel. And so our tradition says what they really were saying was, Shema Yisrael. Listen, Dad. Period. Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. The Lord is our God, the Lord is one. And he said, thank God. Baruch Shem Kavod Malchuto Leolam Vaed. He said, blessed be God's glorious kingdom forever. In other words, the next generation is embracing you. The next generation is rejecting polytheism and is connecting in a way which is meaningful and which solidifies our future. Akiva's words remind us about how powerful and meaningful this prayer can be. And Jacob's thoughts remind us that so long as a generation at least embraces this one expression, this one line, then at least we can feel confident that there is a potential future for our people. And maybe if people know these words and take them to heart, then maybe it will also kind of come with a little extra listening and less talking. Shabbat Shalom. Thanks. We're on 586, and we continue with Aleinu, 586. I'd like to invite you to please rise.
Aleinu l'shapeh kadon hakol, v'ateitu ha'yotzer b'reshit, shelo asam kigoyei ha'aratzot, v'lo samanu k'mishpechot ha'adama, shelo zachem kimkahem, v'tor aleinu k'kol ha'monam, v'anachnu korim, u'mishtachachim, u'mokim, b'fnei Helen, malchei hamachim, hakadosh Baruch Hu, v'nehemar, v'hainam יהיה אדוני אחד, ושמו, ושמו, ושמו אחד.
Please be seated. The joy that we feel during Shabbat, which I hope many feel on Shabbat, is true, rich, and profound, to be sure, but also Shabbat is a time in which we do meditate on those loved ones who are no longer with us. And so it just takes just an edge off of the joy that we feel because it's mixed with struggle. And on this Shabbat specifically, we bring to mind a number of loved ones who have passed away quite recently. And when I say recently, I mean the most recent 30 days, and we call this the period of Shloshim. And then also, we remember loved ones who passed away over the years on this particular Sabbath. So it's the anniversary of their passing. And we call this their yahrzeit. So allow me please to share with you names of 3 who have passed away quite recently. Lois Levine, mother of Randy Altshuler, Mika Rum, sister of Ofer Ganel, and Levon Doucette, wife of Melanie Doucette. Now we also remember at this time these loved ones whose yahrzeits occur on this Shabbat. It is, again, the anniversary of their passing. We remember lovingly Esther Brosh, along with Phil Dewaskin. And we remember Fritzi Keshen. And we also recall at this time Celia Marcus, Max Jeweler, Beatrice Keltz, Eve Plotkin, Murray Schlesinger, Joe Goldberg, Albert Goldstein, Ian David Gukas, Sylvan Holstein, Marcus Wagman, Louis Beck, Lottie Friedler, Joseph Leonard Kahn, Roger Levy, Leroy Kalish, Gerald Edelstein, and Irene Kushner. And so, in gratitude for their lives and linking their names with the rest of our loved ones who have passed away, we remember them now with our mourner's prayer, which is called the Kaddish. It's on page 598, and if it's your custom, I invite you to please rise. Yitgadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah, bi'alma divra chirutei v'yamlich malchutei, b'chayechon u'v'yomechon u'v'chayei dechal beit Yisrael, ba'agala u'v'zman kariv v'imru. Amen. Yehei shemei Rabbah mevorach li'alam l'amei amaya. Yiparach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnasei, v'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal shemei dekudsha b'rechu. Le'ila min kol birchata v'shirata, tushbachata v'nechamata, da'amiram bi'alma v'imru. Amen. Yehei shlama rabba min shemaya, v'chayim aleinu v'yal kol Yisrael v'imru. Amen. Osei shalom b'imromav, hu yaseh shalom, aleinu v'yal kol Yisrael v'imru. Amen. May the source of peace and peace to all who mourn and comfort to every bereaved heart. And let us say, Amen. Please be seated. Thank you very much. All right, we're almost done. And allow me to share with you a few words, a few announcements, a few words of thank yous. First, some announcements. Tomorrow morning, 10 a.m. Kendall's bat mitzvah. We're really enthusiastic and excited about that. Mazel tov in advance. Sunday is part 4 of our history of the State of Israel. It's been really kind of an extraordinary, almost epic experience. We're now up to 1948. And so history of the State of Israel with educator Uri Feinberg It's only on Zoom. It's been quite extraordinary, and you don't need to have been to previous ones to learn about the new ones. If you'd like to watch and review some of the previous lectures, you can on our YouTube channel. But do me a favor, when you're at the YouTube channel, give it a like, because I think it benefits us if you like our YouTube channel, not just watch things. All right, next week is our Shabarbecue. I hope it's good weather. But you need to RSVP because we have to get enough food. So please RSVP. You can find it in our weekly email. I think you can also find it on our website, how to RSVP for next week's Shabarbecue. It's already getting pretty big.
Oh, there's a lot of music happening.
A lot of music happening, live music.
Bananas.
Bananas, and I know already over 100 RSVPs. So Shabarbecue next week. Membership renewal has begun. Log into your ShulCloud account to be able to do that. The Oneg Shabbat needs the support of all of our temple members. Please look at our weekly email to see how to do that. And the Bloodmobile, September 8th, I think it's our first Sunday of our school year. We also have the Bloodmobile out here for the purposes of donating blood. And so I hope that you, even if you don't have kids of religious school age, no reason why you can't make a special trip over here just to donate blood. I think we can all agree that it's a very noble and worthy cause. So please, special trip, sign up to donate blood and come. Excuse me. Thank you so much to Heidi Schnapp along with Merv Wiley-Browse for serving as ushers this evening. Thank you so much to Vered Mullen, Pamela and Leon Shapira, Tom and Barbara Weeder, Mary West also, because this challah is a Mary West special. Thank you so much to you all for helping to contribute to the Oneg Shabbat. And I tell you, it's a special one. It's going to be a particularly delicious one. And that is...
cool.
That's right. Not as good as when we had the ice cream truck here 2 weeks ago, but that was a good one. But this is also good. Nonetheless, it's going to be beautiful. And this Oneg is in honor of Cantor Snyder and Lindsay, as well as we welcome them to our congregation. I mean, for you, he's been around for a couple years now, so it's not exactly a welcome, but it's kind of a welcome to occupying an office space here. So we're just so, to tell you that the joy of having you here with us year-round is tangible, to be perfectly honest. And already, I'm just so happy that our congregation is able to kind of welcome you into our family in the way that you should be welcomed. And so glad that you're here. I'm so glad that everyone here is also to join in the Oneg Shabbat, enjoy the taste, but also, give Cantor Snyder an extra hug of welcome, because that's what this Oneg Shabbat is in honor of him. All right, we are going to conclude with Motzi, and then Od Yavo, and you can find Od Yavo on page 657 in your prayer book, in your Siddur. It's about, and this is a particularly worthy selection for this evening, because every single day that goes by that we're still in a state of conflict in Israel, it gives us it makes us so sad. And this song, Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu, hopefully soon there will be peace for us, Ve'al Kulam, and for everybody. Shalom, salam, these words, of course, which mean, which can mean peace. So that's our hope, peace. But before we conclude with that, Kendall, you want to come back up here with your parents and join me for Motzi. That's a good one, too. It's not like from the grocery store. Like, see, you can tell.
Baruch atah Adonai,
Eloheinu melech haolam, hamotzi lechem min haaretz. Shabbat Shalom.
There you go. All right. Thank you. Thank you. Od Yavo is how we conclude our service 650. Thank you. I'm so glad that you're here because that means I can say thank you to Noah for his participation in our service as well. Our participation.
That too. Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu. Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu. Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu. Ve'al kulam. Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu. Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu. Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu. Ve'al kulam. Salam Aleinu ve'al kol ha'olam. Salam, salam, salam Aleinu ve'al kol ha'olam. Salam, 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 salam Aleinu ve'al kol ha'olam. Salam, salam, salam Aleinu ve'al kol ha'olam. Salam, salam Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu. Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu. Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu ve'al kulam.
Thank you, everyone, for being here. Shabbat Shalom, and please join us in the lobby for an Oneg Shabbat.
Thank you so much.
Noah, Gabrielle, nice job.
Thank you.
Nice job. Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu. Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu.
Shabbat Shalom.
Ve'al kulam. Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu. Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu. Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu. Now we can jump into